I almost died from uterine fibroids, but instead of getting angry, I decided to name my body. I was angry at my body. If you are a fabulous woman over 40 and you aren't feeling so fabulous and really confused about what your body is doing, stay with me. It gets better. I promise. So, greetings. Welcome to tonight's Sip and Soothe Reset. We are here every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Welcome to the live viewers. Welcome to the replay viewers. I'm your host on this journey. I'm Dr. Michelle Clay, and you know that's Michelle like Obama, Clay like Cassius. And I am your physician advisor and certified holistic health counselor, the founder of Reality, on this journey to help the fabulous women over 40 maneuver these midlife transitions, releasing the stress with grace and ease. So let's get into it. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. But tonight, I want to talk about something that most people don't talk about when it concerns mental health. And that is the feelings, the angst, the stress that you may feel about your body, particularly if you are in midlife. And yes, honey child, you see you see the seasoning on my hair? I am clearly midlife. I am phenomenally 50 plus. But the way we feel about our bodies when things are changing, when we don't understand what is happening or why, and no one seems to be able to give us real answers, and why didn't our mothers prepare us for this? And when we feel like we have lost control and our bodies are fighting us. What if indeed it is not fighting you, but is speaking to you? Are you ready to listen? So now for a quick story time as I am, my water is almost ready. So me, wait, it's ready. Me, like many other women, and I have to show you this while it's steeping because this is so pretty. Our blend of the evening is release your royalty. And she's gonna turn, honey. She's gonna turn. Look at her. Oh, shoot. Ouch. Hit my fingers. Look, she's turning colors. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. But anyway, me, like many other women, especially African American women, I had uterine fibroids. And when I first found out they were small, not giving me any problems at all, I'm like, okay, we'll watch and we'll monitor. I'll make some adjustments in my lifestyle. But then the more that life was lifing, the more that my life was up and down, both physically and emotionally, the more that they grew. And I found myself having to plan events around my cycle. There were many embarrassing moments when I was bleeding uncontrollably. I would stand up from being seated for a while, and there was a red circle on the seat. Putting jackets and sweaters around my waist so no one could see how the blood had gone through two very long pads onto my pants. And this went on for a while. And it's amazing how we ignore the signs. It's amazing how much that we normalize not feeling optimal. And every month, my hemoglobin, my blood count was going lower and lower and lower, but I wasn't aware. I was tired and thought that this tired was simply from I go to bed late, not knowing that I did not have enough blood in my body, carrying oxygen rich blood to my cells to fuel my bodily processes to move at optimal rate. Until one day I passed out in the middle of the airport in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And I didn't want to go to the hospital in Puerto Rico. So I signed off to be flown back to the mainland. And I went to the doctor the next day and discovered that my hemoglobin was 3.3. Now, let me put this into context for you. Normal is between 12 and 16. I was immediately taken to the hospital. I wanted to just go home. They would not allow me to. They wouldn't even let me leave the waiting room. They put a guard on me to watch me. And they told me what I already knew, which was your blood count is so low that you could have a heart attack or stroke at any moment. And it was then that I not just named my body, I named my uterus. I named my womb. Now, there's a name that is very sacred and personal to me, so I'm not going to share it here. But once I named her, because I felt like she had betrayed me on numerous occasions with the accidents, with the embarrassment, with the fatigue, with the passing out, with the I'm now in the hospital. I had to name her and reclaim her. I had to calm her down. I had to get in touch and in tune with her. So once I named her, that's when everything shifted. And it went from she's fighting me, she's betraying me, to she's speaking to me. The other day, I was speaking to another woman. She's a midlife woman. She's going through some of the same things. And what she shared with me was this, that for most of her life, she has felt that her uterus was fighting with her. From starting her cycle at an early age to other reproductive problems, fertility issues. Most professional Black women that I know have fertility issues and need some support. I have fibroids and my bleeding is abnormal. And I encouraged her the same way that I am encouraging you to name her, make peace with her, get to know her in a different way. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be in physician seat for just a second while I'm still a woman just like you. And that is this, that especially if you are over 40, you are in perimenopause. Even if you don't recognize any symptoms at all, even if your cycles are still coming every month as scheduled, every between 25 to 29 days, like clockwork, even if your cycles have not increased in length or flow. That phantom joint pain, that heart palpitation, the thinning of the hair, the sleep disruption, the change in your body odor, the more frequent UTIs, those could be symptoms that's getting your attention that the change is here. And you can be in perimenopause for up to 10 years. Okay? And even if you are just knocking on 40, but not quite at 40, you still can be in perimenopause. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to add a little more water to this because I can tell honey is strong, but she's beautiful. Okay? Here's the thing that I want you to know. Like I said, this month's featured blend is Release Your Royalty. And as you can see, she's a beautiful purple hue. Catching that light. There she goes. And every time I sip her, she reminds me that my mind, my body, my thoughts are indeed royal, that I am beautiful just as she is beautiful, and that my body, even through changes, is not broken, it's not damaged, it's in transition, it's communicating with me. Am I listening? In this communication, when I was going through my fibroid journey, I noticed that whenever I was super stressed, I would bleed more. If I was around, let me be real, sisters, lean in. Have you ever been spending time with a man and he was just something to pass the time, but he wasn't really it? Yeah, that gap filler. Yeah. If I would be around a gap filler that I know just wasn't it, my uterus would talk to me. She would be speaking like, girl, he gotta go. Can you relate? If we're being honest, real honest. But royalty reminds me that I am powerful because I am royal. I am divine. I don't need to have a gap filler, whether it's men, whether it's money, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's my time or my energy. And see, she is strong. She's strong because the anchoring herb, purple leaf tea, only grows in the Kenyan mountains. Butterfly pea flower that gives her her purple, her beautiful royal hue that gives you a feeling of calm and eases anxiety. Ashwagandha, that root that helps you mitigate stress, that brings you back to balance. And studies show help the transition of women in midlife. And so now it's time to move into our soothing portion, into our meditation while this is steeping. So let's turn the lights down low. Yes. Let's set the mood. Let's set the vibe. And I want you to get comfortable as you have your tea. And you, of course, can get this at freeality.com. And close your eyes if you want to and just follow the sound of my voice. Put your feet flat or lie down or lie back, putting your feet up, getting ever so comfortable. And take a breath in. Inhale through the nose. Hold. And release the stress, the tension, the worry of the day. And inhale again. And hold. And release the anxiety, the pressure, the feeling rushed from the day. And inhale once again, breathing in positive light and energy and the love of oxygen, and hold and release. Shoulders dropping, softening, relaxing, releasing. And I want you to lovingly place your hands over your womb space. And whether you still have a uterus or don't, she's still present, the energy that had been with you for a long time. Your uterus, your womb, the microcosm of the universe. Yes. And I want you to just visualize a direct pipeline, lifeline from your heart, the love of your heart, directly into your womb space. Thanking her for communicating with you when you needed to slow down, even when you didn't want to, for having you put your feet up and just sip tea and be still while she released the toxins, the old energy from your womb space. And thank her for being the place where you grew babies, and though painful it may have been when she contracted to push your heart outside of your body, half of you, your baby's out. And thanking her for getting your attention when changes were coming, for getting your attention when that's not the right person, sis. When getting your attention that this time is different, when getting your attention to give her more attention. Thank her. Bless her. Bless the space that she used to be in if surgery removed her. Loving her, being gentle with her, making peace for the journey, making peace for the hills and the valleys, the joy and the pain, communicating with you and nudging you when you needed to live life differently, when you needed to eat differently, when you needed to drink differently, when you needed to think differently. And inhale. And with that exhale, I want it to be like a tidal wave of love from your heart to her. And whew, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for the many lessons. Whew, thank you. Thank you. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes if they aren't already open. If you have your tea, let's add some honey, symbolic of the sweetness that we have just given into our womb space, the sweetness of love, the sweetness of compassion, the sweetness of patience. Now, pouring our royalty. Oh, that's beautiful. And now stirring to mix, symbolic of blending together the sweetness and the sour. It all comes together beautifully for lessons and for life. Also stirring, symbolic of the change, the transition that we are in. Things happening in life might be challenging and feel like they're tossing and turning us, but with intention and tools, we can make pleasure out of the moment and find some joy and pleasure in that moment. Now, our first affirmation is from my best-selling book, Conquering the Chaos. And it is, Lord, I can't see. I need my glasses, baby child. Oh, I choose to make peace with my body. Let's take a sip to that. I choose to make peace with my body. And next, I rejoice in the feminine. I love being a woman, and I love my body. Oh, girl, that's strong. That's good right there. Sip to that and seal that one in. And again, I rejoice in the feminine. I love being a woman, and I love my body. Let's seal this in. Indeed. So thank you for tonight. Thank you for joining me, those live and replay. Now that we have sipped and now that we have soothed, if you like, Dr. Michelle, I so needed this. You gave me a different perspective. I'm going to make peace with my body, but I need some help. I need more to go deeper. I don't think that I can do this alone because I've been trying. And until tonight, I didn't know that there was a different way. If that's you, you don't have to do this alone. You can get the support that you need, not just from Googling randomly, but for someone who's lived it, who knows it, who studied it. I'm here. So you can schedule your free midlife clarity call at www.drmichelleconnect.com. Okay? The link is below, but that's www.drmichelleconnect.com. And of course, if you like, honey, let me get something like real quick. You can get Release Your Royalty at freeality.com. freealitea.com. I have so enjoyed you, honey. Me and this royalty. Whew. I'm going to sip the rest of this. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to love on myself even more. And I'm going to rest because I have released. And I hope that you have too. So I'll see you on the call. In the meantime, in between time, until the next time we meet again, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I want you to be well. I want you to do something well and wonderful for yourself. Have a restful sleep, the sweetest dreams, and wake up feeling rejuvenated for a positive day tomorrow. Love you. Dr. Michelle signing off. Bye. Mwah!